I use ChatGPT to build my entire client onboarding system, and I am not embarrassed about it. I'm testing something new, and I am running a small interpreter identity audit, which is a one-on-one before I go into a group setting with the package, right? And this weekend, even all week, I've been buried into Stripe's login, time zone setting, Zoom calendar syncing. Nothing about it looked like a polished launch you will see online. So today I want to show you the real thing, like the behind the scene, like what my experience has been. Hi, I am Nene, and I help people become the person their goals actually require. And everything that I share here, I have lived first, not from theory, not from frameworks or something I read somewhere, from actually doing the thing, messy middle and all, the whole 9 yards, right? And if you have ever felt like you should already know how to build something or got stuck instead, then today's video is for you. The plan is simple. I had this simple plan. And the plan was send the link to the mailing list. Done, right? Easier said than done. That was the plan from the beginning. Hey, hello. I'm also live on TikTok. Thank you. Hello, hello. And the plan, yeah, let's send this email list to these people. And then that was it. Because I want to test this small one-on-one group, and then it becomes an ongoing offer. Just to gather the real practical insight before I build it into a group setting, to like get that. That will be coming in the next couple of months. So talking through the decision, right? And why I wanted to kind of like make this happen. So that, yeah, I can then it could be seamless than having it to be so much back and forth and the DMs and invitation and stuff like that. Mailing list stuff, let's go. That was on paper, how I wanted it to run or how it should have been. Then came, let's do this. Let's simplify things. Like this is just a test thing. It's not like the official, like let's just go straight to Stripe and create a payment link thing, right? Couldn't get into Stripe. Couldn't log in. I requested for change of password. I had no idea. you know what? That's another problem for another time. Then I thought, you know what? I already have a platform. Let's use it. I'm on Mastermind, which is a white label of Go High Level. And okay, we're just going to go there and I can build like a checkout page kind of like thing from there and take it from there. So it's like, okay, got that done. The payment link, which then ties into, all right, pay, right? And then they get an email to then say, welcome, here's the onboarding questions. And here's like the link to book the first class. Again, sounds simple on paper, but the blocks that I got, oh my goodness, was just connecting the payment. It had its own, you can enable to have a thank you, but I just didn't want that. I wanted to have like a proper connection. So I had to then create like an automation to then have a trigger that once someone pays, they get this thank you with the onboarding, with this. To get the onboarding, I had to then go into Google. But here's how I used like Chatty. Chatty, I would say this is what I want to make happen. I had my idea, I had my questions, I had everything. So I would screenshot where I'm at on the app, and then I'll say, okay, this is where I'm at, this is what I want to do. Okay, here, you see this, you see that. It was just leading me step by step. I'll have it done. I'll screenshot it again. It's like, yeah, but that section, it was just on like back and forth. We were going back and forth. We're just, what's that word? Fire shooting or like whatever, like just going through the motion of clearing out different things. And then it got to a point where it's like, where I now had to connect to my calendar, my Google Calendar, to the thing. and initially did not agree. Then I had to then ask for support with the main Mastermind. And bearing in mind, a couple of months ago, I almost left Mastermind to go to a different provider because they were cheaper. However, they don't provide support like that. They have like a human who would come in with all your questions and then support you. And then something happened. I don't know, divine intervention. I don't know if I paid or whatever. And then they got to just say, you know what, you can hang on with us, and gave me a better deal. And I stayed with them. And I'm so grateful I did, because I was able to jump on a call. I was able to just say, I can't get this availability thing sorted. And they did whatever. This guy said, you know what, let me do it for you. They're not meant to, but it's just like, because I just could not screenshot to show him. So basically, I was supposed to screenshot and say, this is where the thing is stopping me from doing a thing. And then he can then advise me, because a live agent wasn't available. It just didn't work. And then he just like, I'll do it. Got that done. Celebrated that. Moved on to the next thing. Okay, now the calendar is linked. My availability of when I want people to book their times was on as well. So I'm like, great. So we've gotten that done. Now linking up Zoom. Initially I wanted to just link up Zoom, but Zoom would not link up until I sorted out the calendar. I was like, oh my gosh. So I want to go back and then sorted that one out. Then finally it worked, and then got Zoom in. Zoom worked. First of all, it was like, no, I had to enable so many users, whatever. So Charlie was like, since it's a trusted blah, 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 just enable that. Enabled it, that went in. Thinking, okay, now Zoom's connected to the platform. So I don't have to, moving forward, just connect Zoom. Like literally all I have to do is say, now I'm using this. So when someone books a time, it creates a link for them. So that happened. Calendar is sorted. Everything is happening. And then it became like, the whole idea. So the reason why I wanted an onboarding questionnaire is, this is coming from my Interpreter Identity Audit, which is a free audit that I put out there to really figure out, okay, what is that thing that is holding people back, the patterns that is stopping them. So you do the quiz and it will tell you, okay, babe, your thing is you procrastinate a lot, or you're hesitating, or you have too much self-doubt, or is it the overwhelm? You feel like you're rejecting yourself, or you have fear of success, fear of failure. It would kind of like the 10, I call them toxic 10, right? It will tell you which one is. So that's the audit. So now what I'm trying to create now is a one-on-one to now say, now you know the thing, yeah, you've gotten the awareness. Now let's go and figure out, let's do the work to now make sure that this is not longer the bottleneck, right? So this is what this is, right? This is what I'm creating, this one-on-one thing for now. They've done the audit. Now this is the next step. But with all this time zone thing issue, and finally I had to jump on a call again and then realize Mastermind, I guess the company is based in Phoenix. So the thing is automatically set in Phoenix. I had to go in to my profile, change that up, and then then it became a case of, you know how GMT and GMT +1, if you know the difference, please let me know in the comment section, because I still need to know. And then I put it on GM whatever, normal. I was like, no, it's a +1. So I had to go back and change it to the +1. So now the calendar syncs. I tested it out. And the beauty of this thing is, like, you can test it out. I do not know how people were able to do this on their own before the help of AI, I have a colleague who had to hire someone out to get this thing done, to sort this out for them. Kudos. Like, when I get to that level, I'll be doing the same. But here's the plus. I would know what's involved, like the whole 9 yards. Like, okay, this is what I want created, because I have, it took the whole day of going back and forth, of sorting out the payment thing, linking up my Google Calendar to it, the Zoom link to it, to now, okay, the Calendly is there. So now let's have the instead of having the Zoom thank you thing, I wanted a different, so I had to create an automation that once the payment happens, this this email goes out, and then I get notification that something's happened. But here's the next thing that I got stuck on, because it's like an add-on. It's not like the flow. You have a thing where you can then have like this what do you call those things? Not brackets, but like the swirly ones, where you just put contacts and it would just pull in the person's name, right? It wasn't working for me. So I ended up just putting in there saying, hey, you gorgeous human being. Everyone's gorgeous. So everyone's going to be gorgeous. Because I was like, we tried everything. Chadi and I were going back and forth, trying to figure out, okay, what's that thing that we're going to do? And I just said to Chadi, like, look, why don't we just have a word and just say like, oh, I mean, in some of my videos, when I was doing a series, particularly one time, I would say, hey, you gorgeous human being. So that's what's there. It is personal, but also I got tired of going back and forth. And for now, we're just doing hey, until we figure out we have more time, we can go back and look at it. And right now, when you see that hey, yes, it was intentional. At the same time, like, man, I couldn't figure out how to do that. So that's why that's there. And yeah, there is so much moving parts in creating, and you can get to the point where there is this bottleneck of like, I can't do this anymore. I can't, da, da, da. Or you're there, watching YouTube, with like trying to figure out, okay, here's the da, da, da. Sometimes, in order to get support, you actually need somebody's eyes on your thing. You need someone to just guide you. If it's using Chatty the way I used it and like screenshot it and like going that way, or having a thing where you can chat and just get the support, or like jumping on a call and saying there are different levels of support, but your support is important and it's needed in every area and everything that we do. I do not know how I would have done this without the support that I had to make this happen. And I'm so happy and grateful for technology right now and how things have evolved and how things have moved on to the point where it is easier. Because I'm thinking, like, how would I have just figured this thing out now? And like things are not much easier. Like, and now with a click, some people can just create a site. And the thing about these people actually is they've already done it. All you have to do is adjust and amend and stuff like that. If you wanted to go down that route. I just like, it was after the fact, like, you know what, let me just do this. Chaddy's here. I'm having fun. And we did a thing. Last night, I just had to stop. I just could not. I got to the point where it was now time to send out the email. And I'm like, Nene, you're running on extra. You said you're going to be like committing to your sleep. And the time has gone. You've gone past bedtime. You're still at this thing. It is time to stop. Another reason I stopped was because, look, being dyslexic, I can go and send something else instead of like, and then they'll come like, Nene, what's this? Like, so no. We're doing it with a fresh brain and fresh start. So once we're done filming this video, we're going back to like finalize, check on the automation, the links, everything's fine, and we get to send that out. So that's kind of like where I am in terms of, because before I would create and build this beautiful now it's like, look, let's just do practical things. The people who are meant to, work with me, they would get it. They would understand. I'm glad that I listened to the body yesterday, and with a push, like today's Sunday right now at the time of recording. So I was able to have an extra lie in, to be able to have that extra sleep and stuff like that. And we've reset, we're ready, and it's time to like just get back on, send those emails with fresh eye, with fresh feeling. And I'm so excited for this one, because this is something that when I was in that feeling of like the doubt and the unworthiness of self in the decision to want to do what I'm doing, working as an interpreter, that if this was available for me then I'll be so much further. Like it would have made things easier, the journey, than the struggle that I had to do. So even though this work, like in the putting all this stuff together, it's not done. It's, it's a good idea. Like, building the boring bits right now, it's very invisible. The infrastructure, most part of it, I don't have to do again. I don't have to connect my Zoom link to the thing anymore. I don't have to like get my calendar. My calendar is there now, so that there is no clash in, I already have a booking here or whatever. It is done. And yeah, in whatever it is that we're building, just be okay to ask for help. You don't have to suffer in the struggle in figuring things out for self. Someone in everything we're ever going to do in this life, somebody else has already done it. There is no point trying to reinvent the wheel when the wheel has already been done and it's been moving and it's there. Seek support with someone who has figured it out, that's been there, done that, and now got the t-shirt of it as well. Lean on support. Don't feel like you have to. Like Chatty has just been so helpful. I'm also grateful for the support I had with the Mastermind to like get me to this point. And even when I had my onboarding question, I had a couple of friends to like just test it out and see. And they flagged that, oh, there was an option 10. Did you mean to see? I was flagging. I was dying. And then that got checked. That's clear. And then it was like the questions felt like, again, I was able to go back and just change it up to be more intentional in what I wanted. So it's not that we're waiting on support to then be a paralyzed of like, okay, we're not going to do anything or move forward until, but have that momentum, the decision that this gets to happen at this time, and I'm going to ask for support to help me out to do this. And it's okay. Don't feel like, no, I'm not going to, no, we're doing this. We're doing it right. We're doing it the right way. So what's happening right now is I'm working with a small number one-to-one through this Interpreter Identity Audit. So they now know they've gotten the awareness of what's that thing that's holding them back, the pattern that is showing up most common for them. Now we get to work on it. And what I'm doing right now is not like an ongoing thing. It's just, okay, we're testing out. Like, I know, I've done the work for self. I've gotten a couple people now making it official in like, this is what they're offering, and I'll be refining as we go. And then what will then happen, it will become a group setting. It will become a group thing. So if you're an interpreter and you're wanting to know what your patterns, that, what's that thing that is like, that keeps me, is it a hesitation, the imposter, the overwhelm, like the fear of failure, success, self-loathing, wanting to know that, then the Interpreter Identity Audit will be the first point to go for it. So the link will be in the description of this video. Take that first, and then if that's rings true to you, then yeah, we get to work on it deeper to then take it to that next level. So yeah, so this is kind of like the start, and now this bit of the technical side is now structured. Now is now time to start having that human connection. And if you haven't already done so, subscribe, follow, because we'll be doing this more often, showing and sharing the behind the scenes of the creation of my experiencing, like what people who have gone on, and like what's showing up for them, things like that, the evolving of this person living the life that I once dreamed of. Yeah, follow along, because yes, I'm on the verge of change. And in that change that is happening right now, as I'm figuring it out and I'm finding one video at a time, one flow as we go, it's very real. I mean, I do this every single day. And remember that your voice matters, and it is your time to use it. Bye for now, and I'll see you tomorrow.